Detroit Tigers vs Cleveland Guardians. The Detroit Tigers need to do a bit better offensively as they are tied with the Chicago Cubs and the Toronto Blue Jays for 20th place, with a .689 team ops, while scoring 4.32 runs per game. Detroit has been doing a decent job of hitting homers as they are 17th with 106 home runs this season. Second baseman Colt Keith needs to hit a bit better, as he has a .702 ops, with 10 home runs, 38 RBIs, 38 runs scored and 5 steals on 6 attempts thus far. The Cleveland Guardians have been a decent offensive team this season as they are tied with the Kansas City Royals for 12th place with a .716 team ops, while averaging 4.69 runs so far. Cleveland is no stranger to stealing bases either, as they are 10th in the sport with 81 steals while being caught 30 times. First baseman Josh Naylor has been hitting well as he has a .787 OPS with 22 homers, 71 RBI, 55 runs scored and 4 steals while being caught twice. When looking at the pitching splits for these starters, Jack Flaherty is 5.2 with a 2.84 ERA and a .201 batting average against in 10 road games, 57.0 innings, while Tanner Bybee is 4.2 with a 4.19 ERA and a 1.17 WHIP in 53.2 innings, 10 home starts thus far. These offenses have been on two completely different levels, as the Tigers are averaging 6.27 runs in their last 11 games, while the Guardians are scoring 3 runs in their previous 11 games. Go with the Detroit Tigers to win this game on the road here. Chicago White Sox vs Texas Rangers. The Chicago White Sox have been absolutely awful this season, and the 3-2 road loss on Tuesday just showed exactly what their season has been. The team was 5 for 32 with 0 walks and 7 strikeouts. Andrew Benintendi's home run in the 9th inning made this game a lot closer. The team struggled to hit when it mattered the most, as they were 1 for 6 with runners in scoring position while stranding just 3 men on base. Garrett Crochet was limited to just 4 innings and allowed a pair of runs in the loss. The Texas Rangers may have won the World Series last season, but they are struggling right now. However, their 3-2 home win on Tuesday could be a chance to get a streak going. The team was 6 for 28 with 4 walks and 10 strikeouts. Josh Smith's double was the only extra base hit for the team in the entire game, while he and Adolis Garcia each had a steal and Jonah Heim was caught stealing. The team struggled as they were only 2 for 7 with runners in scoring position and left 6 men on base. John Gray pitched incredibly well with 7.2 innings and just 1 run given up. There is a significant difference throughout the season between these two starting pitching splits, as Chris Flexen is 1-4 with a 5.83 ERA and a .256 opposing batting average in 41.2 innings, 9 games. 7 starts on the road, while Nathan Eovaldi is 5-1 with a 2.69 ERA and a .184 batting average against in 11 games at home thus far. These offenses throughout the season have shown a gap in how they produce, as the White Sox are averaging 3.12 runs per game this year, while the Rangers are scoring 4.25 runs per game up to this point. Go with the Texas Rangers to cover the run line in their building. Take Texas Rangers minus 1.5 runs. Veteran righty Nathan Eovaldi is going to be towing the slab for the Texas Rangers for this game and is 6'4 with a 3.36 ERA and a 1.07 WHIP in 99.0 innings. His ability to keep hitters guessing is critical, as he has a .220 batting average against. Eovaldi is coming off a loss against the Baltimore Orioles, where he pitched 5 innings and allowed 6 runs on 8 hits with 0 walks and a pair of strikeouts. Both starting pitchers have been giving up runs as of late, as Nathan Eovaldi is 3-2 with a 4.29 ERA and a 1.05 WHIP in 42.0 innings of work, while Chris Flexen is 0-4 with a 5.50 ERA and a 1.57 WHIP in 37.2 innings during their last 7 games. These have also been 2 of the worst bullpens in all of Major League Baseball, as Chicago ranks 28th with a 4.68 reliever ERA, while Texas is 24th in the sport with a 4.36 bullpen ERA. Go with over 8 runs in this game as the better bet here. Arizona Diamondbacks vs Kansas City Royals. Arizona this season has performed well at the plate with a batting average of .252, placing them 9th overall in the league. However, since the All-Star break, the Diamondbacks' batting average has dipped down to .216. While their batting average has decreased in recent games, their ERA has improved from a season ERA of 4.49 to 3.05 since the break. Yesterday, Arizona did manage to have a good game when batting, getting 5 hits and 5 runs against Royals pitcher Alec Marsh's 5 innings pitched. On the mound for Arizona was Jordan Montgomery, who performed well for the Diamondbacks, allowing only 3 hits and 1 run in his 5 innings pitched. The Royals' offense has been dominating all season as they rank 10th in batting average at .249 in runs. In their recent games since the break, the Royals have improved this average to .298 and have averaged 5.8 runs per game. Even their ERA has improved to 2.20 from their season average of 3.72. Yesterday did not see the best performance from either the offense or the defense as the Royals allowed 3 runs in the first inning, but were unable to get much themselves outside of their single run in the first inning and their second run in the bottom of the ninth. The Kansas City Royals have a .206 record as favorites at home this season. Ryan Nelson has allowed 4 runs on 11 hits with 3 strikeouts in 5 innings against the Royals in his career. The Royals' offense has been dominant since the break, and I expect them to bounce back after their loss yesterday to Arizona. I am siding with the Royals on the money line. The Arizona Diamondbacks and the Kansas City Royals have an over-under record of 1-4 in their last 5 games. The Kansas City Royals have an over-under record of 8-18 as favorites at home this season. I believe the Royals will produce some runs as they have in recent games, but I do not think the Diamondbacks will be able to keep up with them, ultimately resulting in a lower-scoring game. Take the under at 9 runs. San Francisco Giants vs. Los Angeles Dodgers. It has been an up-and-down season for the Giants, and unfortunately for them, they're on the downswing right now. They've dropped 4 of their 5 games since the All-Star break, including the first 2 games of this 4-game set with the Dodgers 3-2, 5-2. San Francisco is in 4th place in the NL West, trailing first place Los Angeles by 13.0 games. As for the wild card, they're now 5.0 games back of the final spot, which could see the organization decide to be sellers at the deadline. The Dodgers entered the All-Star break on a low note, going 1-6 to close out the first half. It was a much-needed break, and it looks like it was beneficial as Los Angeles is a perfect 5-0 out of the gate to start the second half. They swept the Red Sox in 3 games 4-1, 7-6, 9-6 before taking care of the Giants in the first 2 games of this series 3-2, 5-2. Los Angeles still resides at the top of the NL West, where they own an 8.5-game cushion over second-place San Diego. This should be a fun matchup between 2 marquee pitchers in the MLB. Well, at least Robbie Ray was a marquee name before missing nearly all of 2023 with Tommy John surgery. The Southpaw makes his San Francisco debut on Wednesday, and talk about a sink or swim situation for the veteran hurler as he takes on the World Series favorite Dodgers 3:30. Los Angeles is red hot right now, rattling off 5 straight wins since the All-Star break. They've won 3 of those 5 games by multiple runs, and this feels like a spot where they should have a good chance to cover the run line again. This is a tough debut start for the left-handed Ray, who takes on a Los Angeles lineup that's first in the MLB in both WRC 124 and WOBA .342 against LHP. Being that they're on a tier and taking on a huge question mark in Ray, I'll ride with the home team. Give me the Dodgers. Take Los Angeles Dodgers minus 1.5 runs. Keeping it with Ray, I also